Hey there you guys, welcome back to Play on Pantry. I'm Alicia if you're new here, and we are in the middle of a 2-month grocery challenge, pantry challenge called Three Rivers Challenge. I have a whole playlist with my pantry challenge videos. If you want to see videos from people all across YouTube that are participating in the Three Rivers Challenge, just search the hashtag Three Rivers Challenge and you'll find lots of videos. And if you like that kind of thing, that's how you can get more of it. So one of the things I usually do very early in January, and obviously I haven't yet this year because that's what we're doing today, and here it is past the first week of February, is I will clean out my kitchen areas that have food. So my refrigerator, my indoor freezer, I keep some produce that doesn't need to be refrigerated over there, and then I have a small indoor pantry over here. My main food storage is downstairs in my basement, and I will do that whole clean out and rearranging towards the end of the pantry challenge, and I'll bring you along for that. That's one of my most requested videos, so I will do that late February, early March, okay? I'm just late getting on the game this year. I was just using stuff out of here, and I really thought that because I'm so late doing it, that my fridge would be a whole lot emptier when I come to it. And it's not, as you can tell. I do have, if you have not seen my video introing the year and my pantry challenge rules, because one of the things with Three Rivers Challenge that is awesome is that you can set your own pantry challenge rules. I do give myself a very small grocery budget for mostly fresh things, which is why you'll see things like strawberries. I have not had these in here since December. They're a couple days old. Fresh produce, milk, orange juice, some gluten-free items for my daughter. One of the things I mentioned is that this year I started my pantry challenge lower in stock because I had to eat out of that a few times over last year. Just financially, there were some months that I was like, you know what, let me just squeeze down the grocery budget, use what we have, and we'll use money for this. And then also we found out last summer, my youngest is celiac and allergic to dairy. And so that's been about 6 months for us, the learning curve. And so there are some things that I bought before then that we haven't used since then, and then there are just some things that I haven't had time to really stock because I just haven't been in that realm very long, okay? One of the other things that's important for you to know here, besides the fact that this door doesn't stay open, I'm starting to wonder if my floor isn't level because I had problems with leveling on my stove too, is I hate food waste, but I also like to try new things. I love to cook. I cook a lot from scratch, and I like to try new things. And so I will occasionally be like, oh, here's this sauce I wanted to try that I hadn't seen before and sounded good. And we don't always like it, but I try to use things, maybe use it a different way. I try to use things up. And what happens is in January, I give myself the permission to not feel guilty about throwing some things away. And this year especially, sometimes I have to take a deep breath to do it. This year especially, there are some things in here that I need to get rid of just because it has gluten and no one else is going to eat it other than the daughter who shouldn't, and therefore it needs to go. So it's the one time a year when I clean out my fridge, because I clean it out several times a year, but the one time that I clean out my fridge and I try to throw things away and not pay attention. Normally I feel very guilty when I'm throwing food away, but I call it calculated waste. When I try something new and I'm like, you know, if it doesn't work out, I maybe wasted $5, but it's not $100. And a lot of times we end up really liking it. So there's that option. My process today, what I normally do for this is I'm gonna go shelf by shelf. And the setup of my kitchen is such that I cannot clean out my deli drawer very well. I can't stand right here and do it. And even if I stand off to the side, it doesn't have enough room for me to I can't get the right angle to pull it. It's too close to my island. So I have, in past houses, I have just pulled drawers completely out to clean them, and I will do that with my produce drawers, and this one I would take out and clean the bottom, and I just can't do that here. So there's that. I will go shelf by shelf, take things out, sort through stuff, clean it. Some things will get put back, some things won't, and the shelves will be clean, and it just always feels like, whoa. So I'm gonna get started. I usually go left to right for these doubles, and we'll see what's here, okay? I need a way to hold this open. Sweet gherkins. These are something I bought for It's not something we normally eat. I bought some of these for our New Year's Eve like charcuterie tray, and what I have been enjoying them with are, I make these like protein plate lunches sometimes that have like hard-boiled egg, cheese, nuts, stuff like that, and it's nice to balance it with something a little sweet because everything else is savory or salty, and so I'll either use some slices of fruit or some grapes or a couple of those. That's a sticky jar, it needs to be cleaned. I need to get back to making my own mayo. I have a stock in the pantry downstairs, so I've been using it, but I haven't made my own mayo in like 9 months, and I like my homemade mayo better. I forgot. I like to get out my trash and have it there waiting for me. Okay, I can't use this anymore. It has gluten in it. I call this yucky cheese. I like real Parmesan on my pasta. My husband likes this stuff. Ooh, sweet heat pickles. If you have not tried these, I'm gonna try making them this summer. They are like spicy and sweet. They're so good. So good. Baby corns, I forgot. This is what happens. You forget some things are here. All right, now I need to get stuff to clean that shelf, and we'll go through this. Okay, so this needs to be cleaned out and cleaned. Look at these jellies. I think some of these, I'm gonna wash all of these jars. There's a leftover cranberry sauce. I'm gonna go ahead and toss it. We have pomegranate jelly, cherry jam, and grape jelly. This was a one I bought, blackcurrant. I just want to see if I like currant jam because I kind of want to grow currants, but I want to know what I would do with them. I do like currant jam. It's not our favorite though, and so I'm still deciding. If you have any other ideas besides jam of what to do with currants, I would love to hear that. I think I've bought dried currants before to make scones, so I guess I could use them for that too. I guess I could also just feed my chickens with them. I just like them. I think they're pretty. But I would love to know if you have ideas for currants, what to do with them besides jam and jelly and scones. Put them in the comments. All right, I'm gonna wash these up, and then, because some of them, like this one's sticky, and then I'm going to put things back. Everything here goes back, except for those two, and I'm going to I load them in the back based on what we use the most in the front, the least in the back, so I'm not having to constantly reach behind things. So, washing up jars now. I'm not sure if I mentioned that I have a steno book here and a pen, because sometimes as I see things, I think of ideas and I can write them down, and that helps me, like, oh, I have stuff for that. This is what I normally use this for, and we have it, and that type of thing. For example, I have a grape jelly. I usually use this making meatballs. We don't usually use that on sandwiches. So I'm gonna write that down. I do love cherry jam though. Grape jelly. Jelly keeps a long time, so I don't need to worry about it going bad in here. I'm also going to put them in the back though, because we don't use them that often, which is why we have 5 different flavors open in here, because we all like something different. Pepper jelly, I forgot I have this open. I, for a while, was eating on repeat the crackers with cream cheese with pepper jelly on it. Love that, so put that in there. Use that up soon. By the way, I do clean out my fridge, like throw away bad food every Sunday. Sunday nights we have leftovers / appetizers. We have 2 peanut butters here because someone likes crunchy and someone likes creamy. So crunchy goes in the back because that's the least, but creamy will go in front. Okay, so the relish, I ran out of relish last year, you guys. I made maybe 2 dozen jars of sweet relish, and I ran out and had to buy some. I'm going to keep that on the side though, because I usually keep that over here and I just ran out of room. So once the door is cleaned out, I'll know if I have to put it back here or if I can fit it in that spot. I need to remember I have these, so I'm gonna keep them up front. Just put them in salads and stuff. I really like them, or even just to snap with. Keeping this out. Sometimes I put my olives there too, so I'm gonna just wait and see. And then there we go. So that is ready. This shelf, my daughter just bought this for Super Bowl. Pineapple juice. So I like the little cans of Dole light pineapple juice. I don't drink them all at once. I usually mix them with something, flavored stuff, or put it in a tea. And I don't like what it does in the can if you leave it in the can, the leftovers. So I always pour what's remaining in a jar. Sour cream. So far nothing here is gunky. That's still good. I kind of stopped making my own sour cream because only my daughter, who has a dairy allergy now, and I were eating it, and so now it's just for me, but I might still make it. And I only bought this. My favorite, I've mentioned before, my favorite sour cream is the Trader Joe's organic sour cream. And half the time when I go there, because I go there rarely because it's in Knoxville, I will buy it there. I have freeze-dried some, so I might look downstairs and see if I have some. But if I need sour cream and they don't have it, and I haven't been there recently, I'll go ahead and buy that one. Okay, this needs to be washed. That is a jewel weed salve that someone made me, and it did not get set all the way. It's kind of icky. So let's see, hot fudge sauce. This can go. This is leftover sweet and sour sauce. Okay, I normally keep my eggs on the counter. I just bring them straight in from the chicken coop and put them on the counter, and they are they're room temperature, they're fine. But sometimes they get gunky, and when they do, I clean them and put them in the fridge. So, and I even forget that they're in there sometimes. So I think I'm gonna keep these out and either hard boil them today or just cook them up for the chickens. Ooh, let's look at this. Mushrooms, I wanted to test. Vacuum sealed mushrooms. I don't think it's sealed very well. That's gonna go. I had made in December, I had put some leftover strawberries in a jar and vacuum sealed them and put them in the fridge, and they lasted forever like that, like 3 weeks. And so I had some leftover mushrooms. I didn't use the whole container, so I wanted to try it with that. I don't remember how long ago that was, but it's not very good. Okay, this is some chicken soup that needs to come out. Leftovers, I swear, this shelf, because I'm short, this shelf, and this is the one that gets into the most, this shelf is like stuff that gets lost. I really like the process of cleaning out my fridge and freezer. I like to operate with a almost empty fridge. I feel like it's easier to not waste anything, to see it all, to be more inspired by what's there. Not everyone agrees with me on that. Okay. This is bacon grease, we'll keep that, but wash it. This is broth. I don't know how long it's been in there, but we're gonna have to get rid of it. Okay, this shelf is dirty. These are olives, probably left over from New Year's Eve. It's gotta go. Some more broth. Also needs to go. And a lot of jars to wash after today. Okay, more bacon grease. Oh, this was really good. It was just something I tried, pecan honey mustard. I think we were at one of those fancy stores. And it was really good on a couple different things. Let me keep it. I'm gonna put it over on that side though. I'll go ahead and ditch this one just because I made this with you guys. This was a pinto corn pickled mixture, really, really good, but it's been in here for a long time. And this is like my third jar of it. It's like refrigerator pickles. So I'm gonna get rid of that one and open a new one next time we have tacos. All right, plant-based queso for my daughter. I don't remember if she liked it. I'll have to ask her. Hot honey. Surprisingly not sticky, but I'll clean it anyways. Okay, I'm gonna close up the fridge. Wait, actually, let me wash this shelf. This one's cleaner. I don't need to take it out. Okay, let's get some of this cleaned up and put back in. The bacon grease I just keep till I use. So it's, this is unopened, but both of these are opened. I'm not gonna bother combining them. You know what, I'm gonna keep the small one. I'm gonna pull it out and put it next to my butter on the cutting board so that I use it. One of the things I like during Pantry Challenge when I come across bacon grease, because I always do, is I like to saute bacon. I saute potatoes and green beans in the bacon grease. I wash stuff up. I tossed that plant-based queso. I texted my daughter and she said no, it was gross. I think that's all I got rid of. I'm gonna put the pecan honey mustard on my list because it was good. It'd be good on a sandwich, like a grill. I think I put it on a grilled cheese as one of the things. It was really good. It'd be good to make a salad dressing with too. All right, so these things this goes in the back so no one sees it and is like, ooh, let's have ice cream with hot fudge. Because, you know, I'm that person, if I see it, I want it, so. My issue with the beautiful Pinterest fridges that I absolutely love to look at, those containers, is that I don't have a bunch of the same stuff in my fridge. And people will have like a whole row of little yogurt cups and a whole row of little go-go squeeze, and I just don't have that. And I have different things, different sizes, and because I experiment so much, things change over time. These are seeds, cold straw eating. That's what they're doing. They're hanging out there. Okay, let's see. We have some red grapes. Ooh, honey chili salmon. I think I'm gonna keep this out and eat it for lunch today. Gravy. I made biscuits and gravy the other day, and these are the gravy that's left. I think I might make another batch of biscuits and make this, thin it back out and maybe freeze dry them. That's something I've been meaning to do for a while. Okay, I have some thawing peas and carrots, and I've got some cooked rice here. This is for dinner tonight. I'm making just chicken fried rice with, let's see, we have chicken here as well. Let's keep it all together. Chicken that I've cooked, like leftover chicken tenders, some rice, and some peas and carrots. So that's dinner tonight, so that's not gonna go anywhere but back in here. Okay, here we have mustard slaw sauce and mystery fluid. I bet it's leftover sugar water from my bees. My bees absconded, so I have to get new bees. Okay, the stuff for dinner tonight, I'm just gonna put right back here together. And then this shelf will be empty at dinner. And we'll keep this, I'll sit back in here for now. Okay, so these are chickens I've cooked. This is some chicken I cooked and chopped up to use for some things this week. And this is the trimmings, the yucky parts I don't like. When I trimmed it off, I cook it up for my dog. And it has Pen written on it for Penny. Okay, best before June. This is a dairy-free sour cream that we have not tried yet that I wanted to give a try to. And this is one I used in a recent recipe that we do know we like, Violife sour cream. I used it in a recipe I made recently, like a creamy chicken and rice bake. Almost blew my pantry budget this week. I was craving a strawberry spinach salad, so I bought the strawberries in the regular clamshell. Didn't look good, but the ones that they trim for you always look good, unfortunately, because they're more expensive. So I bought one of these. I know my daughter will eat the fresh ones too, and I'm making that with the chicken fried rice for dinner tonight. Strawberry spinach salad and chicken fried rice might not sound like they go together. It'll be fine. It's a craving. This time of year I start to crave greens and healthy stuff, even though I eat them in the winter I guess in frozen form. Well, I eat like broccoli, a lot of iceberg. I've eaten kale from the Vego. I don't know. Chili, one more day. I'll give it one more day. Cottage cheese, because I've been on my protein journey. pickled red onions. I love these on salads, love them. I need to remember these along with my, maybe I should get one of those little organizers for just my salad toppings, like this and this, like put one of those together. I might do that. Okay, I have some jars that I keep eyeing back here and I don't remember what they are, so I'm gonna have to test those out. Oh, I brought up another syrup from downstairs because I thought we were out because someone put this in the wrong part of the fridge because my syrup is always over here. All right, this is cookie dough. It can go. Grapes, these grapes have already been washed. That's why they're sitting out here separately. I'm not gonna put them up yet. All right, let's see what these mystery liquids are. Oh, blue ribbon brine. This was brine for fridge pickles. Ooh, it's like sealed down, probably because it was warm when I put it in here. I can pour it out. I kept it, I made more than I needed for the batch. They were coming in slowly, and that way I could just reheat it and pour it on a single jar of pickles at a time for the fridge pickles. So I'll get that lid off and toss that. And then this is gonna be sugar water for the bees. Yeah, I think it's actually labeled, so I will dump that too. I think I might combine these. How much space do I have in here? Because this one is almost empty. Why did I know I was going to do that? I like my coffee black. I bought creamer because I bought a big tub of cheap K-Cups and I don't like them. And so I need creamer because I'm not going to throw them away. I need creamer to cover that taste. This was for a recipe I tried. I don't normally buy this. We like sparkling waters sometimes. So here we have strawberry, lemon lime, and husband's milk juicy peach because my daughter likes peach. She hasn't tried that yet. Okay, I think that I am discovered that I'm not a cold foam lover. I will keep this. It's not expired yet. Nah, I'm gonna toss it because it's the freedom to toss time, right? Club soda in case I want to sparkle something up. And I have talked about this before as being a good non-dairy thing in stuff like the cream for soups or mashed potatoes and stuff like that. Just a little bottle of water. Clean this shelf. Okay, what was left in the other bottle was like a tablespoon, so I just let it be. This is here. This can go in the back. Okay, I like putting things up front that I'm going to use soon. Things in the back either that I don't use that often or I know I'm going to go looking for it, so it's okay. Let's do the crisper drawers. This is part of my strawberry spinach salad for tonight. Okay, some Honeycrisp apples and onions, cilantro. This drawer is gross, y'all. I bought some carrots when they were on sale at Aldi because I don't have many left of my own. Dried mushrooms for another thing. This dill is going bad, so I'm going to give what's good to the chickens, and I swear I empty this out every week, but look, that is just gross. That's gross. I really love tomato paste in a tube. Okay, that way I'm not, bags are harder to clean than jars, you know? Okay. That is done. Almost done. On the home stretch here. Oh, onions. So when I only use a partial onion, I just go ahead and chop the whole thing, put the other chopped stuff in a jar, and the next time I need chopped onion when I'm cooking, which is usually like the next day or two, it's already chopped for me. It's like meal prep without taking separate time to meal prep. Last drawer. This is one's harder to clean. Okay. I have some different lunch meats here. We have turkey, ham, and beef. I'm not sure they're all still good. A couple of burgers. My daughter makes these for herself. Different cheeses people like on their sandwiches. Okay, corn tortillas that my daughter can have. She likes these meat sticks in her lunch. Some shredded cheese. I keep all the little packets we get of things like dressings and ketchup and mild sauce and whatever in a little bowl here. And I'll need to swap out the bowl. Here we have a partial package of mozzarella. It's still good. Tacos it is this week. Some provolone, still good. Time to spray this out. Okay, even though I can't get the drawer out, although I did do the best I could, I am able to get this out usually. So I took this over the sink and cleaned it. Let's just make sure I can get it back in. There we go, and I can load this back up, and all I have left are the doors. Feels good. All right, the doors. Same process. I'm just gonna take these out, see what needs to be cleaned and tossed, and clean it up. These I can do all at once, which is nice. Missed something. Here it goes. Because then I can do the whole drawer easily. Ooh, I forgot that I don't like to do it that way though. This is tea. We drink a lot of iced tea. Lime juice, lemon juice. Okay. Bottom and I just forget what spot it's on when I take them all out at once, but I'm just gonna figure it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I'm gonna go clean these, and then I'll do that side. Okay, I was just scanning this to see if it's gluten-free. It is. This was not hard to clean. I did not get it on film because I thought I was filming and my dog started attacking the door because someone's delivering something. So I'm going to put my relish in here. It's just a shape. There we go. I'm going to put my olives back up here. Ooh, they're too tall. Okay, I'm going to go, this is my butter shelf. I've got some Romano butter here. This is garlic steak butter I made. And I like to put it on steaks and burgers, and I'll finish that up in the next few days. I put that on my list. I put the buffalo sauce on my list, and I'm going to go get some of my stash from the outside freezer to refill my butter spot here. And I just like, I go through butter pretty quickly. I use it a lot as our like fat for cooking. So I like to just load up this section and have it here. It's frozen. So that I'm not having to go out and refill all the time. All right, and then that one is done, and I can move on to this side. Bunch of hot sauces up here. Salted caramel, some glaze. Caramel, why do I have so many caramels? All right, a bunch of seeds for cold striating. pawpaw seeds that someone gave me are moldy. So these are things that need to be chilled for a period of time before they grow. So what I usually do is when I get them, I stick them straight in the fridge, and then when I'm ready to sow them, they're there. More balsamic glaze. I have 2 of them. Okay, some eye drops. Fireball whiskey. Chapstick. This was one we got somewhere as a gift. It's really soft, so we keep it in the fridge. Okay, so it's on the second. 1, 2, 3, 4. Also on the 5th. Second and 5th. I'm really hoping to make room in here somewhere, because it's just the tightest fitting spot we have, I swear. All right, get these clean and stuff put back. I had to switch towels. I've gone through four towels drying stuff. I think I have so much water on the floor I might just mop later. All right, I'm gonna keep my seeds up in the same spot. I should put like a little container here for these little things. My son, for some reason, brought my youngest daughter this tiny little thing of Tabasco, and she is adamant that it not get thrown away and not used by anybody but her. It's funny. They love anything he brings them. You know what happens when your kids go away. All right, I'm gonna try to get all the hot sauces up here. This expired in 23. It's a glaze, it doesn't really matter, but since I have 2 of them, I'm gonna toss that and keep this one. This is almost empty. I will make myself an iced coffee today and use that up. Okay, butterscotch. I know that I have 2 of these. Keep this one up here and put this one downstairs. This was because I opened a separate one for a party type thing, and I didn't want to. Just put it here. I didn't want to. I wanted it to have a full one in case they used it all. So. Okay, more caramel, small stuff. At this point, small stuff is going up top, except for the mustards go right. I don't feel like this is right. I counted, but it didn't feel like it was right. Okay, this, needs to go. Okay, sweet chili. I will use this up, making somebody a bowl for lunch this week or next week that is like Asian thing, maybe with that chicken I used and some rice and some other ingredients. Okay, I usually make our salad dressing. In fact, I was out of the I didn't pull out any Thousand Islands, so I must be out of that one. It's usually up in a jar up here, but I occasionally buy them for marinades. Depends on how busy I'm going to be. Salad dressings are so cheap and fast to make, but sometimes, you know, busy is busy. The hoisin, I just keep that on hand for various things. This mustard can go up here too. So these are both Dijon, but I use them for different things. Regular Dijon mustard, this often goes in a marinade. This is the grainy type that I keep for sandwiches when my husband wants that. Some sriracha sauce. Move the barbecue up here. Baja Chipotle. This is expired. What did we use this for? I'm gonna keep this out and try to remember what I used it for to decide if I'm gonna keep it and make it again or get rid of it. I'm pretty sure I will have to scan it with my phone. I'm pretty sure that it is not, oh, it has milk. So my youngest can't have that anyways. Sweet chili, this I think is different than this. I figure this is like a sauce as a topping. This is something I have on hand for when we have lumpia. So good. That's what we like to dip it in. I'm gonna put Chick-fil-A sauce up here. This ketchup fit down there. Okay, this is getting full down here. This is the plant-based ranch for my youngest. I sometimes make her a fake ranch. I'm gonna put this up here. I just want it upside down for now, otherwise it'll go down here. It's almost out. So I stick it upside down to store it that way. Okay, so what I have left after cleaning out the fridge here. All right, I have this I need to decide if I'm keeping or tossing, but I need to go back and see what I use this for. I have a caramel that needs to go downstairs. I'm gonna make myself, there's just nothing here to line a cup to make myself an iced coffee today. I have some cabbage that I'm making sauerkraut with. I have eggs that I'm either gonna hard boil or cook up for the chickens. I'm gonna have lunch. I'm starving. This is the chili honey salmon made this weekend. And I have a bunch of jars to empty into the trash. And I may or may not make the biscuits and gravy today. One of the reasons I may not get to the freezer today, I am going to clean all this up and then come back to you, but one of the reasons I may not get to the freezer today is because I like to do that. I know there's some projects in there, some trimmings of vegetables and meat and stuff I want to make broth with and can, and I like to do it on a day when I can do that stuff in the afternoon, like cleaning out in the morning and do those projects in the afternoon. So I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do that because I don't have time to do those projects today, but we'll see what happens. All right, I'm going to get trash taken out and this stuff taken care of. And then I will see you back here whenever I decide to do the freezer, whether that is later today or... All right, let's see what we've got to work with here. Bottom and the top. Okay, I think I'm gonna start and go top down. All right, so this is so last year when I did this, I can link the video where I did this way earlier in January last year. I did get a couple organizers. One to kind of contain my nuts. I do keep my nuts in the freezer just so they don't go rancid. I have some in my deep freezer, but whatever I keep in the house ready to use, which is usually like one of each thing, seeds too, I keep in here. And so I got a container for those and a container to corral the ice packs for lunch boxes because they were just all over the place. And I decided this little bin right here was good for holding them just upright. I got both of these at the dollar store. They are nothing special. Okay, so I am going to take these out just to clean the tub. Cashew pieces, we'll have them outside. And behind here I keep our frozen bananas so that we can make smoothies or banana bread or whatever, and I'm just gonna take those out so I can clean the shelf. Looks like this could use a wipe out too. This is some frozen honeydew melon from last year. I had an experimental idea in my mind for that, so I still want to do that. Grapes, these are my Concord grapes that I grow here at home. They're good for juice, not really my favorite for eating. And I think I'm just gonna give these to the chickens. I think it was a rough year because the beetles were getting to them, the Japanese fruit beetles, and so I was thinking I could just add more when they were ripe, and I couldn't. So I'm just gonna toss those to the chickens. And same for this oh no, there's a purpose behind this tomato. No, there's not. Okay, same with this tomato, it's gonna go to the chickens. It's a mix of nuts. Macadamias, pistachios, sunflower seeds. I think that I forgot I made that for myself for just having nuts. Raspberries from our raspberry bush. Again, I'll keep this. Either of my daughters could use these in a smoothie. Here we have some frozen crepe shells. I'm gonna write this on my list of something that I can use up. Maybe next Saturday I'll make crepes for breakfast. And here is my ice. So I can put the good stuff in a bowl, dump that junk out, clean this out and stick it back in there. So I'm gonna close this until I do that. I'm gonna do that first so that this doesn't get too melty. A couple spots it looks like to wipe down. I will say, while I love this fridge, one of the things I don't like about it is the freezer is wire shelves, and this just has a tendency, this ice maker has a tendency to, I don't know, put half the ice through the slats and they fall on the bottom. So I'll have to clean it up later. I'm gonna stick this out in my deep freezer until I'm all the way done cleaning so that I can put it in the end. I don't want it sitting there while the thing is open, and I would have to, it'll melt. This there, chickens. And this just didn't fit there. I do have 2 open slivered almonds. I'm gonna try to sit that on top just to remind me. Next drawer. Okay, I get Costco chocolate chips. This is where I keep them. Got a bunch of fruit. We've got some things I froze from the garden that I just used in regular cooking. So that stuff has to stay. Peaches from 2024. Time to get rid of them. Some frozen fruit. Okay, so these are what I'm talking about with projects. I have scraps of meat that I've cut off to make broth with. Yeah. So I'm gonna sit these in a different, just to keep them separate, I'm gonna sit them in the deep freezer for when I can use them. Some mini chocolate chips. I use these for a little banana breakfast we make. Strawberry mix. I'm gonna be checking out, what is this? I think this is orange, General Tso. See, there's ice. I'm going to, blueberries, we'll still use these. I'm gonna check out all this fruit and see what is still in good shape. Totally forgot that I had organized it one time. These are peas from our garden. Some more, jalapenos. Forgot about those. I think I froze those so that I could use them making salsa. Got a clothespin here. What is this? Cookie dough, chocolate chip, cookie. I'm betting this is a gluten-free one that my daughter made herself. Okay. More peppers from the garden. Sausage, did not know. Okay, I'm gonna move this up. Let's see what shape it's in. It's okay. All right, I'm gonna move this up to where I see it when I open the door and use it this week. Okay, what is this? Oh my gosh, my daughter packs this full of stuff. Celery, I'll use that in cooking. More blueberries from our blueberry bushes. Let's take these out. They need to get washed. Strawberries from our strawberry patch. Paleo, I don't know, something. Ooh, this was an experiment. I need to thaw it out and see how it goes. More strawberries from our garden. A couple taquitos. I think I would let those go. Those were probably my daughter's and she can't have them anymore. Wow. Let's go to the other side. You see what I don't know if you can see back there. The ice. All right, other side. Need a knee pad in here. Okay, this is a, yeah, this is one of the meals my daughter can have that's convenient for her. More of the projects I'm gonna have to put somewhere else. Pancakes. I'm gonna write that down and put it back. Chicken scraps, love chicken scraps. In fact, some of them I might saute for my dog. These are for vegetable broth. I'll put some of those in vegetable broth too. Yeah, this is so many scraps for broth that I haven't gotten around to. Some ginger that I think I'm going to, pancakes overboard. I'm going to use some of them for my dog and some for broth. Chipotles and adobo. I never use the whole can when I buy them. Okay, some Butcher Box burgers. I'm gonna put that somewhere near the top on the list too. Ooh, I need to remember this little treat for myself. The Trader Joe's gluten-free muffins, the coffee cake muffins. If you have not had them, you do not have to be gluten-free. In fact, I started eating them before anybody in our family was gluten-free. It was delicious stuff, delicious. Okay, English toffee bits for baking. Breakfast. These are breakfast corn dogs. We sometimes have these with appetizers Sunday night. Not actually for breakfast, because we're rude that way. Flax seeds. I'm gonna give these to my chickens. I think I have some out in the deep freezer. We have here green chilies from 24. I think I'm gonna get rid of those. Beef trimmings for stock. So we'll make a batch of beef stock too. Some lard for cooking. Take this whole tub out. I should have taken a picture so I know where each tub is. Hash browns. These are kind my daughter can't have anymore because they are They have flour in them, but I will make them for my husband one day. So that needs to go on my list. Oh, these are those 90-second rice pouches I make myself. I made a video on these hot pockets. So these are things my son will eat when he comes home. The seasoned rice I will make the stuff that I just forgot that one was in there. I've been going out to the deep freezer for them because that's where they mostly are. Get some of these ice cubes out. Okay, these are sous vide steak bites from Costco. Just didn't realize we're in here. And then this is a bunch more chicken trimmings. A bunch of little baking things that we don't use that whole packages of, like butterscotch chips. We don't use them as often. Dark chocolate, white chips, stuff like that. So we'll close this up, clean the baskets. Actually, let me clean this out first. This is one of those things that I don't have enough room to lift this whole thing out. And then I need to get underneath all this. This is the hard part. Getting down here so you can't see what you're doing. And my goodness, the little front piece. Mostly I'm just swiping to try to get the ice cubes out. All right, I got tubs washed and things put away. I think I'm doing this right. I'm pretty sure I intended one of these tubs for fruit and one for veggies. So here's the veggies. These again are from the Dollar Tree. I went by what I was putting in them and the space I had in here. So it's not pretty or perfect. Let's see, what else? This was in here. Or was this over here? I have some tubs of fruit going out to the chickens. I have some beef scraps sitting out that will go. Beef scraps and chicken scraps to make stock with. I'm gonna put them out in the deep freezer for now. Perfect. All right. Ready to go. That's that one. I just need to add my ice and we're good. All right, fridge and freezer are done. I think I'm gonna have to do the pantry the day after tomorrow, and I'm hoping that I'll have room on this video to add that on, but if not, it can be a separate video. I am gonna change and head outside. It is 50 degrees today, and that feels like summer right now because it has been from the 30s down to the teens for weeks and weeks, and suddenly, yesterday it was a high of 38, and today we're like 50, and later this week it's supposed to be in 60s. So I wanna do a lot of garden prep this week. Here in East Tennessee, I know we're gonna go right back down to freezing, and I wanna get out there while I can and just get some prep work done. Thank you guys for joining me on this adventure. I hope to see you on the next video. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to check out my playlist of all of my pantry challenge meals and grocery updates and all that stuff, and I will see you guys on the next one.